Hello, everybody, and welcome into KB Willet Arena for round number 2, the last tilt here on home ice in the regular season in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. My name is Liam Statz. I'm joined up here in the booth by Brody Kupsky.
Liam, it's good to be back up here. It's been a while, but we got Pointers hockey tonight, senior night tonight. I know me and you are seniors right now, and it feels kind of like at home right now here in Stevens Point.
Watched a couple of these guys play their whole careers in the purple and gold. A couple of these guys we won't see get to finish out their careers. Alex Proctor is one of those guys, but he's got one heck of a career ahead of him in whatever he decides to do. You're right, it's Senior Appreciation Night, another graduating class of 7 looking to get themselves far into the NCAA tournament for quite possibly the 3rd year in a row if it happens. We are just about underway. These two squads are ready to get going. Point, as it stands right now, controls their own destiny in the standings, however.
No doubt about that, Liam, and kind of a weird starting lineup tonight for the Pointers.
Yeah,
all senior line.
Yeah, well, and also the regulars are out as of right now. A lot of the regulars, German, Falls, and Bunting, right? Bunting, Sean?
No, Fletcher Anderson.
Fletcher Anderson, thank you.
Sickness.
Dawson Strino on a breakaway, shoots, and it's a save there from Dakota Meyer. Dakota Meyer getting the start over Jakob after last night's performance, comes in and does let up 4 goals, but Jakob gave it his best shot. Junker knocks that one down, and Weber will look to escape his own zone. This Northland squad had quite a bit of trouble getting themselves back into offense, but they actually started the scoring at 2 goals in the first 3 minutes. After that, it was all Pointers after 8 unanswered. 8 different Pointers get their names in the score sheet. As Christie there on the forecheck battling against Junker. Off for Ev Tomovsky. Ev Tomovsky into the corner. Slaps that back for Junker, the captain. Back for Ev Tomovsky. Ev Tomovsky up for Colangelo. Nico Colangelo making his way back into the lineup after a couple of games off. Speaking of which, in the lineup, Alex Johnson making his NCAA collegiate debut here tonight for the Pointers.
The sophomore finally gets his break and finally cracks the lineup here as the extra forward, but Pointers right now in a little bit of trouble early.
I agree. I mean, the Northland Lumberjacks are doing a great job there on the forecheck, really hassling this point line. They haven't been able to get anything set up offensively. It's kind of feels like more of a game of tic-tac-toe. The best chance came when Dawson Strino had that breakaway. He was not able to capitalize. Proctor out of the net to play that one. Off for Dawson Sherino, one of the seniors here tonight. Passes that one up for Joe Manning. Joe Manning up the ice for Dean. Has Joe Manning, and it's a shot. He fought off by Dakota Meyer. That'll escape the zone. O'Brien slides that one across the ice over for Dawson Sherino. Sherino has Engelbert streaking. Wheels around into the slot. Engelbert had a shot, but good poke check from Sam Holy in front ends that threat. Sherino another shot, and our first stoppage of the night as that one's into the chest pad of Dakota Meyer. Just a reminder, you are listening to UWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics. And if you're following along online, the stream is brought to you by Pointer Studios. Brody, so far, like I said, it just kind of feels like they're feeling each other out.
Yeah, it definitely a different game than last night already, and we kind of see some new faces on different lines. Klaus Yagi is in the lineup in the first line.
And just his 6th game of the season, playing on that coveted first line alongside Nico Kemelevsky and Andrew Poulias, the captain. Kemelevsky off for Poulias, and Brock Hart is there with the steal. He'll clear the zone and carry it over mid-ice. He'll ring that around the boards. He'll come all the way back out to the corner. Pointers looking for the clear. Poulias drops that one back for Joe Manning. Bounce pass off the boards for O'Brien. It's a turnover. Sammy Lamphere takes a shot, and Proctor will put a glove on for a stoppage. Sammy Lamphere, one of just 2 scorers last night for Northland.
Yeah, 1 of 2 goals. He had that second goal for the Lumberjacks pretty early. I mean, after that, it was just all Pointers, but they're not afraid to get out early and give you a fight.
Well, we saw that for most of our time here at Point over the last 2 years. A lot of the games that Northland was dropping were just 1-2 goal games. It really feels like this past year kind of is something that's separated, is now into the slot. Luke Van Balen just couldn't get that one on the net, and here comes Peyton Hart. Interesting to note, Peyton Hart and Dawson Sherino, both the leading goal scorers, tied at 15 apiece for the Pointers, did not find their names in the score sheet last night. I was
just going to say that both did not find
the back
any
of the
scoring.
net, yeah.
and especially with 8 different pointers scoring.
Well, Peyton Hart had Alec Hamady streaking that one, and Alec Hamady just put it barely wide. It's probably the best chance they had that night. As Josh German takes a shot from the point, fought off by Meyer. He can't control the rebound. It's slapped into the corner by Bennett Kopel.
Finally returning.
Yes, Bennett Kopel, I was just about to say, find his way back in. Hamady a Spinaruski fires that one on. A pad save there from Dakota Meyer. Josh German, the transfer from Arcadia University, found his way back in the lineup after last night. He was suspended in that Stout game and then didn't play any of the games in that River Falls series.
And then was on the third line for defense with paired up with, I believe, Hunter O'Brien. But good to see him back on the ice with Junker, and we see Alex Johnson on the ice now.
Yes, Alex Johnson looked pretty good in warm-ups, but he had both of his hips replaced in an emergency surgery, so it's be interesting to see what he can do. I mean, we just have not seen him. We have no idea what he's capable of.
Kind of give him a chance, and if he works well on this line, I mean, with all the guys that are leaving this after this season, maybe give him a chance next season.
Well, Tyler Krieger's got a little bit of a rebuild in front of him. Fletcher Anderson, probably one of the most coveted pieces in this Pointer lineup. He'll be exiting after this season. Aiden Mosier will slap that one up. No icing. Klaus Yogi caught one up high, Alex Johnson. He's there on the forecheck, battling for it along the boards. Comes free out to the point. Evtomovsky a drive, saved by Dakota Meyer, fought into the corner. Kept in at the line by Aiden Mosier. He'll take a shot off the pads of Joe Weber. Joe Weber up for Gallagher, back for Weber. They'll dump it in and go for a change. Cross ice pass Evtomovsky up for Serino. Perfect bank pass as Serino couldn't get it in towards the slot. Fought off by Ethan Rubin. Joe Manning into the slot. Out for Dawson Serino. Tried to pass to the slot for Dean. A wide open Owen Dean, but a good defensive play there. Is back into the slot for Dean, and he couldn't get the shot off.
Could not get that bouncing puck to stick on his stick. Pointers still have a chance, though.
Mac Reed with it now, one of the other goal scorers last night for Northland. As Zach Hutchinson dumps that one in for the Lumberjacks. Well, looking around the WIAC, last night Stout had a chance to take a really coveted regulation win over UW Superior, and he just weren't able to hold on. As there's a chance in front, Engelbert scores!
Beautiful goal there by Chris Engelbert. I mean, found him right in the slot there and bangs that home right behind Dakota Meyer. Pointers up 1-0.
Engelbert puts it over the top pad of Dakota Meyer. Not even 6 minutes in, and we have our first score of the night. Chris Engelbert finding his 7th goal of the year.
It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while for Chris Engelbert. Hasn't really found himself on the sheet. But good for him. The freshman really showing out in his first season as a Pointer.
Face-off won by the Lumberjacks. Good forecheck from Kemalevsky. They're going to have another chance in front. Yogi couldn't direct that one on. 14 minutes, 30 seconds in. We had our first score as Zach Christie is the first one there for the Lumberjacks. Passed in front by Evan Junker and Klaus Yogi. Kemalevsky will carry it over mid-ice. Back across for German. Tried to pass that one through his legs. A little bit of a chip pass, and they just couldn't get that one going. Evan Junker, long pass over to Andrew Poulias. Tries to drop that one back for Kemalevsky. Both teams go into the corner. That one chipped out to the blue line. Evtomovsky there with it. Back across for Mosier. Mosier at mid-ice. Dumps that one in. And I think that hit Treader, the linesman, as he hits the ice. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, he took a bit of a spill there.
Seems like he's doing okay. That is a dangerous spot there, but we won't get a stoppage as George Hagley will dump that one in, no icing. Out for Alec Hominy, 2-on-1. Peyton Hart across for Hart. Almost had it in. He got a little bit of a slash there. He looked right towards the referee like there was going to be a call, but no dice. Joe Manning's shot tipped in front by Hart, puts it wide. Alec Hominy rings that one around. Aiden Mosier along the near boards. Back down low for Peyton Hart. Controls it. Skates around, looking to pass. Out to the point for Joe Manning. Back across for Mosier. He just couldn't keep it in his skates. Bennett Koppel battling for it along the boards. Doing battle with Sammy Lamphere and Sam Holy, the captain for the Lumberjacks. Finally comes free on the stick of Kristen Shields and passes that one up for Luke Van Balen. That one will escape all the way down. Icing waved off at the last second. Hunter O'Brien towing the line. Turns on the Jets, dumps that one in. Reverse hit there on Taylor. As that one's rung around the boards by Ethan Rubin. Intercepted by Bunting, over for Colangelo. O'Brien in the slot. Passes that one up for Bunting. Takes a shot, scores! Picks his corner. Sean Bunting makes it a 2-0 game.
Second game in a row with a goal from Sean Bunting. Absolutely filthy top corner there. And Pointers up 2-0. 12 and a half minutes still left in the first period. Wow.
So far, a reverse of what happened last night as the Pointers find themselves on the board first with 2 quick goals. Sean Bunting picks his corner, and Dakota Meyer looking very human here in the first 8 minutes. We're going to have some discussion as one of the referees came down to talk to the scorekeeper's box. I'm not sure about what, but play is resumed. Lumberjacks will win the draw. Brock Hart passes that one. Long stretch pass up for Valerie Neeb. Procked out of the net to poke that one into the corner. Over for Colangelo. Kept in by Neeb. Back into the corner. Hunter Nelson there for it. On the stick of Josh German. Back for Bunting. 2 goal scorers already in the first 8 minutes. As that one's dumped in by Bunting. Quinton Hill will give chase. Over for Colangelo. Pins his man into the corner. Took a bad bounce off the doors. The opposing team's locker room doors, and it's a turnover for the Lumberjacks. Collected in the own zone by Evan Junker. Passes that one across for Josh German. Has a streaking Engelbert, catches him in stride, and Dawson Chirinos takes a slot, and a shot was blocked. Nolan Christie got all the way back on defense just in time as Ben Stewart passed that one off the boards to himself, and he just couldn't keep it there. Back across for Evtomovsky. Evtomovsky up the boards to Engelbert. Tried to pass that one in the slot. Christie, the first one there for the Lumberjacks. Back behind the cage for Holy. Holy up the ice for Ilkos. A turnover. Dawson Chirino with it. At the point, takes the slot in front. Engelbert, poke check by Dakota Meyer. Ends that scoring threat. Both teams now into the corner. Both teams battling for it. Ben Stewart there for the Lumberjacks, doing battle with Chris Engelbert, one of the goal scorers already tonight. Stewart rings that one around. Evtomovsky, and he can't keep it in the zone, and the Lumberjacks will get a change. On the stick of Owen Dean, over the blue line, tried to pass that one back out. Nobody there, and the Pointers will have to reset. Out for Aiden Mosier. Mosier back across for Evtomovsky. Klaus Yogi doing battle along the boards. Tried to pass that one up for Andrew Poulias. Nobody there. Kamilewski tried to come away with that one as Dyson German for the Lumberjacks dumps that one in. Did not call his name, I don't think, at all last night. Got very limited playing minutes.
And I think he's the extra forward there on our sheet there. But, yeah, could be a guy that just every once in a while gets some playing time.
Kamilewski drops that one back for Poulias with a lot of speed. Poulias turns the corner, puts on the brakes, into the slot for Kamilewski. He can't control that one, and the Lumberjacks get a clear. Up for Logan Gallagher, can't keep that one in his skates. Offsides the call, and we'll get another stoppage in play. It's going to come all the way back down in front of the Lumberjack zone. Our first media timeout of the night. Let's take a look at some scores from around the WIAC.
Still 0-0 in most games here. Superior playing Stout, like we said. 0-0 there, senior night for Stout. Actually, now we just got a score update. River Falls up 1-0 over Eau Claire. Goal by Alex Atwill for the Falcons. And we saw Pointers women's basketball won earlier today against Platteville. And speaking of basketball, men's basketball up 17-9 with 12:25 left in the first half. Stevens Point's over ranked Platteville. So it's a huge game for them.
That'd be a huge game for them. Platteville did take the first game of the season in the first half of conference play here in Stevens Point. Platteville has not dropped out of the top 10 in rankings at all this season. Stevens Point trying to find their way back into it.
7 shots on goal for the Pointers tonight, 1 shot on goal for the Lumberjacks, and it really has been the Pointers' night early here. Alex Proctor hasn't had to do much in his own net, but still gets to play every once in a while.
Well, talking to Peyton Zagatansky, he said that's the worst thing for a goalie is to stay quiet all night because you just get cold. As the Lumberjacks, Brock Hart will dump that one in, go for a chase. Alex Proch out of the net to fire that one around the boards, collected by Mac Reed, one of the goal scorers last night. That one by Logan Gallagher, dumped back into the corner. Not sure the game plan here from the Lumberjacks. It's been a lot of dump-ins and chases. They haven't really set up offensively at all. As there's a chance in front, Alex Proctor puts a glove on, and bodies will come together. Looks like Hunter O'Brien and Joe Weber giving each other a hug as Weber a little bit of an extra push. O'Brien will skate away.
O'Brien kind of took it pretty softly, honestly.
Yeah.
Usually he gets a little fired up every once in a while, but
trying to maybe draw a reaction there. Based on how last night's game went, we did sit in front of the Lumberjack bench, and they were not very happy with the Pointers or the referees at any point. So you wonder if you'll see something here tonight in our last regular season meeting.
And if you're a team with only one win for the longest time, I get the frustrations. It's got to be frustrating every once in a while.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Evan Junker with it at the face-off circle. For Alec Hominy, tries to clear and does. That'll escape all the way down. Sam Shields not able to keep that one on. Christian Shields. Peyton Hart there on the forecheck. Shields hitting the deck, up for a Hart. Bank pass off. That chance out in front. And the Pointers not able to keep that one in. Evan Junker at the point, fakes the blast. Junker across for Hart. There is a poke check there. It would have been tape to tape, and he just couldn't get it on the blade of his stick. Alec Hominy making Ben Stewart miss. Hominy putting on the brakes, face-off circle. German takes a shot from the point. Where's the puck? It's loose in the crease. Helmut Junker a drive. Didn't get all of that one on his stick. Junker back out to the point. Back across. Kept in just barely by Bennett Kopel. Alec Hominy back for Kopel. Over for German. That pass will escape the zone. Pointers will have to tag.
And you said Sam Shields kind of just reminds me Super Bowl Sunday is tomorrow. So I get it.
I was thinking of the Super Bowl upcoming. A repeat of 2 years ago
2
now,
years
is it?
ago,
Yeah. It's been a while. I remember that Super Bowl like it was yesterday. Where does the time go? As Dawson Shrino will look to escape that one. Trey Taylor blowing a tire and hitting the deck. Dyson German out for Alex Proctor. Passes that one up for Moser. Moser bank pass back around for Ev Tomovsky. Long stretch pass. That one's going to go all the way down and will be an icing the way of the Lumberjacks. So it's a 2-0 game at 7 minutes, 56 seconds left in our opening frame. Goals by Chris Engelbert and Sean Bunting. Pointers haven't seen much offense since.
Yeah, and really defensively, a couple shots here and there for the Lumberjacks, but kind of just like you said earlier, dump-ins and maybe get some changes here and there, and a little bit of fighting there almost on that face-off.
That one shipped up and out by Ev Tomovsky, up for Sherino. Can't keep that one on his stick. A pass up by Mac Reed on tape-to-tape to Dyson German. He'll another dump in and chase. Like I said, that seems to be the MO here tonight from the Lumberjacks. I just don't understand why it's their current game plan. There is almost a takeaway at center ice. Aiden Moser poke check that one. 2-on-1 the other way. Brock Hart 1-on-1 takes the shot. It's in the shoulder of Alex Proctor. Didn't know if he had it still or not. You saw him kind of go freeze like he was going to be in the butterfly position there for a second. Almost took the wrestling move.
Yeah, last night we even saw it. Ryan McGuire kind of had that moment where he thought he had it and just snuck right behind him. And
that first goal, right? Yep. That was an unfortunate goal, as like you said, just thought he had it, went down to the butterfly way too late, and it snuck through 5-hole. Face-off won by the Pointers. They'll look to clear the zone as that one off the hands of Kamilevsky. Kamilevsky bounces that one up for himself as he hits the ice. Penalty upcoming on the Lumberjacks. Hagley dumps that one in. And we'll get our first penalty of the night. Looks like it's going to be 2 minutes for tripping. Let's see who they send to the box. Looks like it will be Luke Van Balen, our first penalty of the night. Last night, the Pointers went a perfect 2 for 2 on both opportunities that they had.
And even scored a couple of shorthanded goals while they're at it.
Yeah, 4
you
even
don't do that often.
On the same penalty, too, Brody. On the same exact one.
That never
4 even
happens.
strength, 2 shorthanded goals, 2 power play goals. What a night they had last night as we're underway in our first penalty. Josh German at the point, jumps that one back for Kamilevsky. Back for German, across the Shrino, face-off circle, back across, and Dakota Meyer, where's the puck? It's loose in the crease, where is it? I think Meyer.
Loved it up.
I think he did, wow.
Oof.
Dakota Meyer came across denying Kamilevsky on that pass from Dawson Shrino. It was loose in the crease, everybody crashed in. Dakota Meyer just reached back and put a stop to that one.
Somehow found it. And I will say, Peyton Hart on the ice leads the nation in D3 hockey for power play goals.
Josh German back across for Kamilevsky, face-off circle, cross-ice pass intercepted in the slot by Poulias. I don't know if that was the intent, but back for Poulias, out wide for Shrino. Back across for Poulias, takes a shot, a blocked shot there from Hagley, and that'll be a clear for the Lumberjacks. Ilko sends that one the length of the ice. Proctor dumps that one off. Bennett Kupal up for Shrino, who's got the puck. Intercepted Ben Stewart, flips that one back down the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining here on our power play for the Pointers. Kamilevsky, face-off circle in his own zone. Passes that one up to a streaking Dawson Shrino. Reigns unchecked, puts it through the legs, into the slot. Peyton Hart's there, blocked shot by Taylor in the slot. Poulias out to the point. Poulias face-off circle. Deciding who he wants to pass it to. Back out for Shrino at the point. Works his way in. Shrino back towards the shot. And a good save there from Meyer. And the Lumberjacks will get another clear. I tell you, I don't know how he kept that one out of the back of the net.
Really don't know. 30 seconds left in the power play here. Pointers got probably one or two more rushes on them if they can find something.
If they hustle, Evan Junker with it now. Pass up the ice for Bunting, has one goal tonight. One-on-one, takes a shot, tried to find the other corner this time. Evan Junker back across for Bunting. Face-off circle, back down low for Engelbert. Out to the point, Evan Junker fakes the pass behind. Junker wheels back out to the blue line. Fakes the pass. Junker still with it. Cross-ice pass for Dean. That'll end the penalty. Back across for Sean Bunting. Down low for Engelbart into the corner. And Lamphere is there, and they'll get another clear. This will be icing. No, waved off at the very end. Well, a good penalty kill from the Lumberjacks, their first successful one of this series.
And almost could have been taken away if Dakota Meyer did not get his glove on that puck.
Brock Hart with it now, intercepted in the Lumberjack zone. Passes that one through the stick of Bennett Kopel onto the stick of Mac Reed. Mac Reed will decide to dump that one down. Proctor out of the net to find that one. 4 minutes and 34 seconds left here in our opening period. Ethan Rubin with it now. Passes that one up for Mac Reed. Mac Reed cross pass, intercepted Peyton Hart. He just couldn't keep that one on the blade of his stick. Intercepted once again by Bennett Kopel. Alec Hominy carries that one over the blue line, makes two-man miss, tries a shot in front, and Dakota Meyer poked that one away. Lumberjacks now with a clear. Aiden Moser, an interception, center ice, trying to pass that one up for Hart. Another block pass, 2-on-1. Peyton Hart muscling in, puts it wide, scores! Peyton Hart, backhand, forehand, puts it in the back of the net at 3 minutes, 59 seconds. It's a 3-0 game.
And that's something I see him work on in warm-ups with Ryan McGuire. I mean, that backhand, absolutely filthy. Attaboy Hartsey.
Forehand, backhand. Dekes Dakota Meyer out of his shoes, and it's a 3-0 game here early in the first period, in the game at 3 minutes, 59 seconds left.
I mean, what a pretty goal there by Hartsey. I mean,
highlight reel.
Did not find the back of the net last night. Finally finds it here. Maybe Dawson Shrino goes after.
Well, I was just about to say, he did say pre-game that there's not been many games where both of them haven't found the back of the net. And he does have a tendency at calling his shots. Ben Stewart with a keep in at the line, no offsides. Turns and fires that one in, goes for a change. Collected behind the net by Hunter O'Brien. At the blue line, long pass up for Kamilevsky. Bounce pass off the boards for Yogi. That one fired back down out of the zone. Joe Manning back in the lineup after missing last night's game. Stretch pass, Kamilevsky's stick. Taylor there for it, as both teams now battling for it along the boards. Ben Stewart comes away with it at the blue line. Ben Stewart muscling in, Face-off circle, puts on the brakes. Back across, and he almost had Ilkos there. Follow-up chance, a save by Alex Proctor. Kamilevsky looks to clear the zone and does. He'll carry that one over mid-ice. Skates out of the way of one check, but gets tied up by Ethan Rubin. There's a chance in front. Yogi couldn't keep that one, though. Engelbert there on the forecheck. Yogi behind the net for Rubin. Rubin fires that one around. Evan Junker couldn't keep it in at the blue line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here in this period. Evan Junker has that one slapped off his stick by Taylor into the bench, and we'll get another stoppage in play at 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. It's a 3-0 game. Let's take a look at some scores from around the WIAC.
Well, Liam, we got some more score updates in men's basketball. Pointers, men's basketball up 28-22, a little less than about 5.5 minutes left in the first half. No other scores around the WIAC for hockey, but I'm sure at some point we'll get at least one.
We get at least one as both of those scores remain the same. River Falls still 1-0. Stout and Superior, I think they're going to go the distance once again.
I mean, hopefully for the best of the Pointers, Stout wins this in regulation, but never really know with this team.
Sammy Lamphere will be called for the face-off violation, and Hagley will come in. Hagley gets the win, but Sherino there on the steal as Sherino got hit, and he'll hit the ice kind of limping just a little bit. Finds his way back to his feet. He went down with a little bit of theatrics, if you want to call it that.
I mean, I don't even know if it was really...
I don't know if there was much contact there.
Yeah, just something must have tripped him up just the slightest, and he really tumbled over.
Maybe he's been taking a little bit of some acting classes, eh?
Hey, he's very fancy with anything he does right there.
Dawson Sherino, a toe drag. He releases that one into Taylor's pads and won't even find the net. That one fired down the length of the ice, should be icing, but Proctor's going to have to play that one. Luke Van Balen had our first penalty of the night. Pointers failed to capitalize. They're now 2 for 3 this weekend. Quentin Hill in over the blue line, intercepted by Brock Hart, taken away once again by the Pointers. This middle ice, this center ice is kind of like a no man's land almost, where nobody's really getting their passes through to anybody.
I was just going to say, I just watched 1917 today, and they talk about no man's land and that in World War I. You know, me as a history major, I know all about that. It is a no man's land in there.
Out for it, Tomovsky fires. Dakota Meyer will pin that one to the side, and we'll get another stoppage at 1 minute and 17 seconds left in period number 1. Still a 3-0 game.
Pointers 12 shots on goal. Lumberjacks only 4. I mean, Pointers really showing up with the shots, just not winning as many faceoffs, but it's pretty close. Faceoffs, Lumberjacks have 8. Pointers only have 6.
Well, 12 shots on goal here in this first period, whereas last night the Northland Lumberjacks had 16 total. Referee linesman did not drop the puck. Thought we got underway there for a second as Peyton Hart in for the draw. He'll win that one. Out for O'Brien at the point. Back for Joe Manning. Takes a shot. Hits a man in front. That's off the pad of Nolan Christie. Out for Stewart as Kupsky keeps that one in, and he is crushed along the Lumberjacks bench. Evan Ilkos finishing his check on Bennett Kopel.
I mean, Bennett just coming back from injury. Got to be kind of careful with them.
O'Brien up for Kopel, fakes the shot, shugs off ahead. Out for Hominy, passes that one in the slot, tried to pass it to a streaking Joe Manning, and he just wasn't able to get it there. Kupol hitting the deck, comes free into the corner. Lumberjacks fire that one down the length of the ice. I think that Proctor's going to have to touch that one as the Lumberjacks went for a change. Alec Hominy drops that one back, charges towards the net. Dakota Meyer puts a glove on. I thought he didn't control the rebound, but Peyton Hart was there waiting for it at 31.7 seconds.
I mean, Peyton Hart only had to just poke it 5-hole there after the rebound, but Meyer getting a glove on that, keeping it safe, and it didn't really do a whole lot of that. I mean, last night we saw it off the rebound. I believe Tyler German had a goal off the rebound from Meyer.
Face-off won by the Lumberjacks, fired around the length of the boards by Taylor. Pouliot takes a shot. That was a stick save there, I think off the knob of his stick. That did not got like a piece.
I mean, that's mere inches from being a goal.
Centimeters.
I mean, if he doesn't even get that stick up, that's probably in, but good shot there by Pouliot. Great save there by Meyer.
Dakota Meyer has remained tall and really is the only reason that this Lumberjack squad is only down 3 now.
Face-off, I mean, a couple.
Had a couple of that.
Couple weird face-offs.
Yeah. Hutchinson pleading his case. It's going to fall on deaf ears. He'll be out for the face-off violation, and so they're going to go and turn towards Hunter Nelson against Andrew Pulias. Pulias will win the draw. Kamilevsky a drive right out the shot. Chance in front. Where's the puck? It's in the pads of Dakota Meyer, as we'll have some more pushing and shoving. Andrew Pulias didn't like getting that extra shove afterwards. As we'll come together. There was a spear.
Stick poke from Zach Hutchinson there. And,
I don't think anybody saw that one.
They got lucky, a little bit lucky there. I mean, that could have been a penalty and a little chirping.
Not could have been, should have been. Is Zach Hutchinson still chirping as he goes back to the bench? Wow. Well, last night it took 3 periods for these two teams to come together. Tonight it's taking just 1. So that faceoff's won by the Pointers. German a shot from the point. A chance in front. Andrew Pulias just couldn't put it in the back of the net. He had it there as Dakota Meyer will put another stoppage on. At 8.1 seconds left here in period number 1 as the Lumberjacks are getting very vocal here in front of us. Well, you were in front of them last night too, Brody, and you said that they were jawing all night.
Very vocal, especially. I would say Logan Gallagher after every play.
Some colorful language.
Yeah, a little too colorful.
Face-off once again won by the Pointers. German at the point takes a shot, puts it wide at 3 seconds left. Chance now in the slot for Pulias. One final chance. Evan Junker's shot just won't get there. A last-second block shot by Christie, as we'll have some more pushing and shoving. Kamilevsky comes together with Mac Reed.
He threw a stick. He threw Klaus Yogi's stick after the play, and
honestly,
I
think Mac Reed's going to get a penalty off of this.
And I mean, if you're the refs, you got to do something.
Mac Reed's going to get 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
You don't just throw a stick way after the play, and I get it. I get the frustrations are high, but I mean that's a clear penalty.
I agree, and so did the refs, as the Lumberjacks will start the second period down a man. Mac Reed will head to the box. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. Crowd reacting to that one, and they like it. But that's going to do it for period number 1. The Pointers have a 3-0 lead after a full 20 minutes of play. 3 different Pointers find the back of the net. Chris Engelbert gets us started. Sean Bunting follows it up with a beautiful goal. Top shelf picks his corner, and Peyton Hart finds his way back onto the scoring sheet, his 16th of the season. Some final stats and score updates before we head back to the station.
I mean, some final stats. Looks like Eau Claire finally gets on the board here. A goal from Connor Thompson puts it 1-1 here. And for Pointer men's basketball, 32-28, 3:06 left in the first half. Should be a good one down in Platteville. And Pointers on the night here for hockey, 18 shots on goal compared to 4. 2 penalties for Northland. Pointers winning in faceoffs 10-9.
Over in Menominee, that Stout game, Superior and Stout still remain tied. That deadlock has yet to be broken, still tied at 0 apiece. Some big implications as we come down the stretch. Superior and Point will meet each other in the playoffs next weekend. That's going to do it from us. We'll head back to the studio for some music. Just a reminder, you are watching UWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics. If you're following along online, this stream is brought to you by Pointer Studios. Welcome back for period number 2 here in KB Willet Arena. The Pointers find themselves on the board first in bunches. It's 3-0 after 1. My name is Liam Statz. I'm joined here once again in the booth by Brody Kupsky.
What a beautiful night for hockey, as we kind of saw in that first period. Pointers go up 3-0 on 3 beautiful goals from Chris Engelbert. Almost spacing on the second one. Sean Bunting with the beautiful top corner goal, and Peyton Hart backhanded flip into the net. And Pointers starting on the power play after
Matt Reed.
A little bit of extracurricular activity after the period was done, throwing his stick. Throwing Klaus Yagi's stick.
Yeah, throwing Klaus Yagi's stick, so they'll start on the power play again. Peyton Hart has a chance in front, and there's a poke check to end that threat for Taylor. Sorry we got underway so quick. I wanted you to finish your thought. The referees don't care much for punctuality. And we're back underway. Dawson Serene over mid-ice carries that one in over the blue line. The Pointers failed to capitalize on their previous play, so they are now 2 for 3 in this series. They went a perfect 2 for 2 last night.
Yeah, just not a great power play. Could not get anything set up here. And early on here, they cannot get anything going.
Yeah, Pouliot misses that pass. Can't keep it on his stick. And it's fired back down the length of the ice. Proctor to the net to play that one for Josh German. German back up the ice for Kemelevsky. Over for Peyton Hart. Over the blue line. And Rockhart almost fired that one back out of the zone. It went off the pads of German. German behind, chips that one over the stick of number 11, George Hagley. We haven't called his name much tonight as Dawson Chirino works his way in behind the cage, back out to the face-off circle. Kemelevsky for Junker at the point. Junker puts on the brakes, back for Kemelevsky, other face-off circle, tries to pass that one into the slot, turns and fires that one out of the zone, Hagley. Well, it's been much of the same as they got Owen Dean in stride. Not enough for the breakaway chance. Sean Bunting just a little bit too far over the blue line. We'll have another offside.
Just a little too quick. And score updates here. UWSP up 2-0 in the second period in Menominee there.
That is rough.
That could be rough for the Pointers here. And Pointers men's basketball up at half, 35-34.
Face-off won by the Pointers, kept in by, excuse me, lost my chain of thought there for a second. Quinton Hill over for Bunting. Bunting tries a shot towards. That one goes off the pad of Sam Holy in front. Out for Owen Dean. Dean back across in front. Quinton Hill or Sean Bunting, his second tonight, roofs it. Top corner once again on the backhand shot. And Sean Bunting capitalizes on the power play.
Found the other corner of Dakota Meyer there. And Meyer, stood there with his glove up after the fact. Almost didn't see that one there. And Bunting, second goal of the night, first on the power play tonight for the Pointers. And 3 for 4 in the series in power play opportunities here. Pointers capitalizing on Lumberjacks' mistakes.
You could tell it was coming. Owen Dean gets everybody in space, has a ton of space, passes that one for Bunting. He gets Dakota Meyer streaking, sliding committing too fast to that right side. All of a sudden, you've got the entire upper corner. As there was an opportunity in front, there was nobody there for the Lumberjacks. Back to Sean Bunting. He just cut Dakota Meyer in motion, and he roofs it over the corner.
And with that kind of opportunity there, bounce off the door, a little bit weird.
Well, we've seen that, when the Zamboni doors are, those double doors where the opposing team comes out, has the opportunity for some weird bounces as Peyton Hart gets that one in the slot. Back for Mosier, drive for Peyton Hart, it's a man in front, back off the glass, and it's taken there by Bennett Kopel. He blows a tire down in the corner. Alec Hamady with it at face-off circle. Shot is blocked in the skates of Taylor. A little bit of a reverse hit there by Hamady as he gets taken down to the ice. Kopel back out to the point for Evtomovsky. Back for Kopel. Back out to Evtomovsky. A drive from the point. Hits a man in front and goes wide off the glass. Peyton Hart pins his man on the corner. He's got Ben Stewart in there. Both teams battling for it. Who's got the puck? O'Brien on the ice comes streaking in off the blue line, but the Lumberjacks will turn and fire that one the length of the ice. As easy an icing call as you're going to have.
And I will say something. We saw a Peyton Hart shot almost from the blue line there. Nothing that he really does normally, But, I mean, taking any opportunity just to get to the back of the net here and for the Pointers here. Big opportunity down in their own zone with the first line.
Pointers, like you said, a perfect 3 for 4. Sean Bunting has 2 already tonight. It's 4-0 already here in period number 2. Puck is dropped, and it's won by the Pointers, kept in by Joe Manning at the blue line. Out across for Kemelowski. Ben Stewart there on the takeaway, poked in by O'Brien. A follow-up chance, Klaus Yogi in space, and Dakota Meyer fought that one off with the toe, poked it in the corner as Klaus Yogi gets leveled, Kemelowski gets leveled behind the play. Zach Kriske in his skates, puts on the brakes, makes Manning miss, takes a shot. Proctor fires that one into the corner. Evan Ilkos fighting forward alongside Poulias. Poulias long pass off the boards for Yogi, and it's just not able to get it there. Yogi back in there to fight for it. Valerie Neeb with it, mid-ice, passes that one up for Hutchinson off of his skate blade. Into the corner now with it is Sammy Lamphere. Lamphere did catch a penalty earlier in this period, as Hunter Nelson there as well. That'll escape the zone over for Brock Hart. Bounces that one off the boards for Valerie Neeb. Neeb drops that one in. Zach Hutchinson, first one there into the corner. Who's got it? Zach Hutchinson does. We saw him barking a lot as he went to the bench. And we wondered if we might have seen another penalty.
Almost had a spear earlier in the game, too.
Nelson turns and fires. I almost said Peyton Hart. Alex Proctor is there to make the stop at 15 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a 4-0 game.
Score updates around the WIAC. Eau Claire goes up 2-1. A goal by Connor Schmoll puts them up 2-1 over the Falcons. I mean, last night we saw the Falcons win an OT. Could be a chance here for Eau Claire to put one back on them.
Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice for Pointer Athletics. If you're following along online, this stream is brought to you by Pointer Studios. Here comes Dawson Shrino, 2-on-1. Shrino shoots, and he puts it just wide. Dakota Meyer might have gotten a piece of that one either way. His best chance of the night, he's had 2 of them so far. He just hasn't been able to capitalize.
Just a tough opportunity there for Shrino. I mean, like we said earlier, if Peyton Hart scores, you best be sure that Shrino's going to be pretty soon.
Face-off underway. Stevens seeing something he doesn't like. Puck's dropped. Lumberjacks get that one. They'll turn and fire that one the length of the ice. Another very easy icing call. We've seen that so far in this game. It really seems like Northland's MO is just to turn and fire that one as length as they can, maybe get some offense going, but it's back-to-back icings for them, and they have not gotten anything offensively. They have just 4 shots on goal.
Yeah, just nothing going out for them. I mean, 6 shots on goal now, but they're winning face-offs 13-12, very close there between both sides, but the point is really just out shooting them, obviously, at home. It's hard to outshoot the Pointers at home.
At KB Willet Arena, yeah. Northland dropped 10-0 at their own arena in Ashland. Sherino bounced that one off to himself. Chance in front. Dakota Meyer, a poke check, and he puts a glove on. Seeing enough of that one, we'll get another stoppage in play at 15 minutes and 13 seconds left in this game. Back to that previous score. Yeah, Northland drops 10-0 earlier in the season to Stevens Point, and now they have to come into the most hostile environment in the entirety of the WIAC and play the Pointers at KB Willett.
Yeah, it's definitely a different environment here. I mean, I'm sure down or out in Eau Claire, River Falls, it's definitely an environment there, but here in KB Willett, I would say is much different.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Out for Colangelo, back across to Evtomovsky at the point. Back across for Norris. Blake Norris works his way in, has that one dribble off the end of his stick. Chance in front. Quentin Hill back in front. Will have a penalty upcoming. It's going to be on the Lumberjacks. 2 minutes for hooking. Let's see who they send to the box.
I mean, big opportunity here again for the Pointers on the power play. Logan Gallagher looks like he's going to the box.
2 minutes for hooking. That's his second penalty in this series in as many games. And so the Pointers are 1 for 2 here tonight. And they've got another shot on the power play.
And if you're the Pointers here, I mean, 3 for 4 in the series on power play. Hopefully, knock on wood here, to get something going.
Poulias out wide for Sherino. Face-off circle back for Poulias in the slot. Poulias makes a man miss. Cuts in front. Oh, where was it? Peyton Hart puts it off the stick of, I think, number 12 Brock Hart. It goes wide up into the curtains. We'll get another quick stoppage. Peyton Hart was sitting right in front of the net right there.
And I mean, the thing about this power play, already the Pointers have got something going. They haven't really, I feel like they've struggled early on the power plays tonight, but might find one here.
Lumberjacks get the clear. Coming all the way out is Alex Proctor. He gets the clear. Wow! Alex Proctor came all the way out of his net to challenge Luke Van Balen. He would have had the breakaway. I've never seen that from Proctor before.
And it's always scary whenever I see Alex come out of his own net that far. But he challenged it well, giving the Pointers a chance right here.
Stretch pass up for Kemelevsky. He gets Pulius in stride. Sam Holy gets pinned behind the boards. Hitting the deck is one of the Pointers. I think that was Peyton Hart, and it was. Kind of caught his skate on the back of the cage there, as German will collect that one at the point. Up for the face-off circle. Bounce pass off the back of the cage. Out for Kemelevsky. Sherino at the blue line. Makes a man miss. Little nice toe drag. Face-off circle. Wheels in. Has the puck on his stick. Drops it back for Kemelevsky. Cross-ice pass for German. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Kemelevsky across. Back into the slot. Sherino should have taken it himself. Kemelevsky for German in the slot, or Pulius, as that hit Peyton Hart, his own man.
Ow.
You could tell that hurt him almost immediately. Sherino works in. Back across for Pulius. He roofs it. A wide open net, 6 by 4 feet, and he just didn't put it there up into the crowd, and he is upset with himself.
No doubt about that. 37 seconds left on the power play here for the Pointers, and Peyton Hart coming off the ice here. He looks okay, but got to make sure he's good to go for the rest of the game.
Well, Andrew Pulius' slap shot is nothing to take lightly. You could tell that one stung almost as soon as it happened.
Little score update. Around the WIAC 3-1. Eau Claire is winning over the Falcons of River Falls. A goal from Danny Reese.
Face-off won by the Lumberjacks, looking to get a clear and can't quite get it there. Junker, a kick save at the blue line, keeps that one from exiting. Turns and fires that one. Will make it the length of the ice. George Hagley seen enough. He'll get a lot of time off this power play. Just 20 seconds left on this power play. It's 4-0 with 13 minutes left in the period. Pointers lead. Evan Junker wheels away in. Dakota Meyer makes the save, and the rebound is fired into the corner. Evan Junker out wide. Penalty upcoming. It's going to be on the Lumberjacks again. Evan Junker, a drive from the point, and that one's finally touched by Northland, and it'll be back-to-back penalties.
1 second left on the power play, and they get another penalty here, so big opportunity for the Pointers. Put one in, hopefully, and looks like
who are they sending?
Number 5, that is
Ethan Rubin, the freshman from Long Grove, Illinois, last played for the Carolina Junior Canes. Well, it'll be Gallagher for 1 second, so they'll have a second of 5-on-3 before Logan Gallagher will come out of the box, and then it'll be back down to a minute and 59 of 5-on-4. Face-off won by the Pointers. Logan Gallagher escapes, so it's back to 5-on-4 for the Pointers. Evan Junker at the blue line keeps that one in, chips it up for Hill. Cross-ice pass for Engelbert. Engelbert drops that one down low for Junker. Junker across for Dean. Chip pass for Engelbert back in front. Tried to direct it on. Quentin Hill couldn't get it there. A Junker, a blast for the point. Hits the man in front off the boards. Rebound. And Dakota Meyer fought that one off. Sean Bunting down low for Quentin Hill. Out for Dean at the point. Skates around. Face-off circle. Looking to pass. Drops it back for Junker. Cross the ice for Engelbert. Engelbert bounces that one off the boards to Sean Bunting. But the Lumberjacks first one there. Mac Reed tries to clear, can't do so. Back across for Dean. Dean for Junker at the point. Back across for Engelbert. Engelbert, toe drag, poke check. Good poke check there from Mac Reed. As hitting the deck is Quentin Hill. Down low for Bunting. Bunting in front makes the man miss. Another poke check in front by Brock Hart ends that threat. Engelbert skating, surveying, face-off circle, wheels in, back in front, follow-up chance, scores! Sean Bunting gets the hat trick.
And
the
gets the
follow-up
taco.
chance. 5 goals for the Pointers. It's a hat trick for Sean Bunting on senior night.
I mean, what a beauty there from Sean Bunting, just waiting for his opportunity down low. And he gets it here, and big goal for the Pointers, 5-0 lead, 11:52 left in the second period. Wow,
Well, Sean Bunting in his last regular season game as a senior for the Pointers gets
Junior.
3
He's
goals.
still a junior there.
Oh, Sean Bunting? I thought he was a senior.
No, he's not, Liam. He is definitely a junior. And he's got 1 more year, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. Time to give up, I guess. Peyton Hart wins the face-off here. Pointers get the puck right back. Joe Manning streaking up the ice here, hopefully pinned along the boards here. And Alec Comedy dumps it in.
Northland fighting for it. I mean, you kind of saw that coming into the ice. They were battling for it bad. I'm pretty sure this game is pretty much out of their reach. Like last night, 5 straight goals, 5-0 here in the second period. This one's over. Might as well start the buses.
I mean, obviously you can't start the buses yet, but it's just looking out of reach, especially for Northland game plan here. Pointers really staying in their offensive zone here. And
Comedy with a drive, a nice save there from Dakota Meyer. But Sean Bunting, the future of this program, the junior, has 3 goals tonight, 5-0 for the Pointers. I think that is his first career hat trick, and it is. That is his now 6th goal of the season. He came into it with just 3, so he has doubled the amount of goals that he has in one night. I mean, you wonder if you'll see another goalie change. There's one we haven't seen from so far in this series. It's Jude Ayling, number 33, the freshman from London, England, across the sea. That's a little bit of a hike.
Across the pond there, it's a bit of a hike.
Played for the River Kings over there in Rapids. A quick 30-minute drive down the road.
Yeah, not too far from here.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Andrew Poulias, a chance into the slot. Passed it back. Nobody there for it. Aiden Mosier back across for Poulias. Puts it down behind the bench. Over for German in the corner. Kemelevsky behind the cage. Turns out of the way of one. He gets buried behind the play. And Evtomovsky at the point. Takes a drive. Puts it wide. Aiden Mosier and Kemelevsky there. Tried to chip that one out for the line. Nobody there. That one's going to come all the way down for Alex Proctor. Evtomovsky slides that one up the ice for Poulias. Poulias over mid-ice. That's offsides by 1.5 miles. Absolutely. Aiden Mosier caught dead to rights.
I mean, absolutely. He's like 20 feet across. But Pointers, I mean, 25 shots on goal tonight. 5 goals, 6 shots on goal.
No
for
goals.
The Lumberjacks here tonight. And Pointers winning faceoffs 18-16. I mean, it's just really going the way of the Pointers tonight.
Well, they are now 2 for 4 on the power play. 4 for 6 here in this series as German tries to pass that one into the slot. He gets crunched up along the boards. Alex Johnson out there on the ice for the Pointers playing in his first game. Sean Bunting trying for 4, and a toe save there from Meyer. Kicks it into the corner. Chance at the point, turns and fires. Sean Bunting, his shot, save. Dakota Meyer, he's trying for 4. He's not satisfied with 3.
Why not at this point? And I will say, Alex Johnson feels like it's been a while since he's been on the ice. Hasn't really seen too much playing time here, but obviously still plenty of time left. And looks like Sam Holy kind of back after, I think he had ran to the locker room or something. Grabbed something out of the locker room and back on the ice here, the captain.
Well, face-off won by the Lumberjacks, trying to get that one out as we're down to the last 10 minutes here in period number 2. Just 30 minutes of play and regulation left in this game. As Quinton Hill fires that one in over the line. Alex Johnson there on the forecheck with a lot of speed. Nice little stick lift. Pins his man in the corner. Good forecheck, Alex Johnson. And you can see the Pointers bench giving him a how do you do. They're happy to see that. Nice effort. Sherino now into the corner. Back across, and here come the Lumberjacks. Possibly their first step of the night. Van Balen's shot deflected off the stick of German, up and out of play. We'll have another stoppage. Our first media timeout here in second period. 9 minutes, 28 seconds to go. Well, you said Alex Johnson, the sophomore, has yet to appear in a game here for the Pointers.
Yeah, it tends to kind of usually walk in up here in the booth, and you kind of wonder, like, when is his first game going to be? And just so happens here against Northland.
He transfers in from, I've got it here. Alex Johnson transfers in from the Nippon Hawks of the San Jose Hockey League down there. He's a Calgary, Alberta native. Didn't play at all in his freshman year. Then comes and transfers to Point for his sophomore campaign. Almost escapes the regular season without a game played. He finally makes an appearance here tonight. You have a score update for us.
Big score update here. It looks like Eau Claire and River Falls kind of going after each other here. I think I just had a goal taken away, but River Falls finally finds another one back in the net. 3-2, Eau Claire's up. Johnny Myers with the goal. And other score updates. Superior still up 2-0. It's got about two minutes left in the second period here. And Pointers men's basketball down 44-41, 13:04 left in the second half here, and down in Platteville, a ranked Platteville team. So got to be careful with anything there.
Face off. Won by the Pointers officially. Engelbert getting tied up there with Joe Weber at the face-off dot. Intercepted by Brock Hart in the neutral zone. He dumps that one back in. O'Brien will be the first pointer there. Ryan just trying to look to lift this one up and out of play. It's going to be no icing. They say they're going to touch it center ice, so no icing there. Touched by the Lumberjacks. They didn't like that call, but I think that's going to fall on deaf ears tonight as Engelbert on the forecheck had him in the slot. Couldn't get that one directed on the net. Back across for the Lumberjacks. Joe Mining intercepts that one in center ice. Dumps that one back in. Brock Hart back on the forecheck. Both teams battling for it in the corner. Joe Manning a drive from the point. Dakota Meyer a nice pad save. Deflects that into the corner as Northland fires that one up. It will be a high stick, and so they'll have to stop that one as Nick Johnson gives a little whack to the stick of Hunter O'Brien.
And I mean, it's just, I get the frustration here tonight if you're Northland, but you got to be careful. I mean, you still have 2 games left next week. I mean, you still got 2 games.
You still have 2 regular season games left here as you head into the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, next week, Northland play at River Falls on Thursday, and then they play them on Saturday in River Falls. I mean, still got 2 games left. Just got to be careful. You got to be smart with your decisions. I get the frustration here tonight, but make the right decisions.
Make the right decision. I mean, you got to stay cool.
Even if you're point 2, same thing.
Well, Point still has yet to find themselves into the penalty box, so playing a little bit more of a regulated game as Peyton Hart knocks that one down up for Hominy back across, and Bennett Kupal was indisposed. He couldn't get that one on the net. Behind the net now for Sam Holy, the captain of the Lumberjacks. Fires that one out for Eptomovsky at the point. Chips that one back down low for Hominy. Hominy behind the net. He gets tied up. Bennett Kupal back out for Eptomovsky. A drive from the point. Glove save from Dakota Meyer for another stoppage. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left here in this second frame.
Just a clean save there. And, I mean, looking at next week's matchups, I mean, we got Stout going to Eau Claire. The War on 94 down in Eau Claire. And Point, like we said, going up to Superior next week could be really deciding whether who gets the first seed next week.
Yeah, who gets the regular season title. Point has, it's going on 3 years now. Face-off won by the Pointers. Out for Aiden Moser at the line. Passes that one in. Dakota Meyer deflects it into the corner.
What a shot there from Alec
Comedy. Just destroyed, absolutely ran over. It looks like number 24, Trey Taylor, absolutely ran him over in the corner. You saw that first, Brody.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful hit there. Almost had one on goal there.
2-on-1. Here come the Lumberjacks. In over the line. In front, Alex Proctor remained tall and made the stop. A streaking Rubin came all the way in on the 2-and-1 as hitting the deck is Bennett Kupal. That one tried to be fired in by number 18, Dyson German, off the backside of the linesman. It stays at center ice. The linesmen are getting beat up here tonight.
I mean, we had Treader fall. Peters just got hit now. Got to be careful out there.
Josh German in center ice. Drops that one back for Klaus Yogi. Drops that one back into the corner. As that chips in front, a dangerous pass, but Van Balen is there for the Lumberjacks. Another intercepted pass at center ice as Kamalevsky gets knocked off his skates along the boards. Dakota Meyer stops that one in, drops it back for Brock Hartz. Brock Hart's pass intercepted. Josh German at the point. His pass to Junker goes wide and leaves the zone. And here comes Van Balen. Took that one away from Evan Junker. Van Balen puts on the brakes near board, pass off the boards to himself. Pretty good stick handling. Passes it back for Mac Reed. Mac Reed now with it. Face-off circle. It's the best offense the Pointers have had, the Lumberjacks have had all night, and the Pointers finally get a clear. That's the best that they have looked on offense all night.
I mean, getting any opportunity for them is huge, and could have a Liam Gallagher, or not? Yeah, Liam Gallagher. No,
Logan Gallagher.
Logan Gallagher. I've heard Liam Gallagher is it definitely is a person, but offside there, I think.
No, they're going to say 2 minutes on Logan Gallagher. Maybe Logan Gallagher, for slashing. There is a stick in pieces, as it will be Logan Gallagher will head back to the box for his third penalty of this series.
I mean, just as we're saying his name, it just back in the box. Liam Gallagher is is Oasis singer.
Oh, and also from Shameless.
That too. I totally forgot. I'm just.
No, I've been saying that. That's why I've been like Gallagher. I'm not going to say his first name. I know I'm going to say it.
Exactly.
But he will head back to the box for the third time in this series, his second tonight. Pointers are 2 for 4 so far, and they are 4 for 6 here in this series as they'll win the draw and look to get set up. Quentin Hill's pass is dropped in.
What a save there by
Engelbert. It looked like a header in soccer. Played it off the chest as that one dropped back for bunting, and the Lumberjacks will finally get it clear. You talked about that Engelbert save at the line. He played it off the chest like a soccer player.
I mean, Pointers soccer was in the fall here.
Men's soccer program playing their inaugural season. Alex Proctor's a fan of them. Another penalty upcoming. Quentin Hill gets taken down behind the play. It's going to be 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 22 seconds. As heading to the box, that looks like Zach Hutchinson.
I mean, he has also been a little bit fired up tonight, and just got to be a little bit smart if you're Northland here. It's just 2 straight penalties. I mean, we kind of saw this last week with River Falls. I mean, once you get 1 penalty, Pointers went in the box again, and right back again. Another penalty. You just got to be smart with your penalties. And
Hutchinson just buried Quentin Hill behind the play. 2 minutes for cross-checking is what they're going to call it. This Eau Claire River Falls game getting out of hand a little bit.
5-3 Eau Claire is up right now, and face-off kind of won by the Pointers there, but 5-3 Eau Claire is up over River Falls. Very, very intense game there.
German passes that one up for Sherino. He's looking for his first goal tonight. That one fired down the other way. Andrew Pulias there on the forecheck keeps that one in off the clear. Who's got the puck into the corner? Out for Pulias. Kamilewski over for German in the slot. German fakes the drive. Over for Sherino. They're closing in. Back for Sherino. Out in front. He had Pulias there into the corner. Just couldn't put that one on his skate. Or on his stick, excuse me. Sherino back across the drive for German. That one fought off by Dakota Meyer.
And
Good
German,
save there.
We saw last night on the power play, I believe, absolutely rifled it from pretty close to the blue line. And that's one in, and almost had one there again. That would have been his 4th goal of the season if he was on net there tonight.
Josh Meyer has quite a cannon. Saw that last night, like you said, at the blue line. We're almost about ready to get back underway. 43 seconds left on this 5-on-3 opportunity for the Pointers. Josh German at the line. Back across for Sherino. Dawson Sherino. Face-off circle. Intercepted pass by Brock Hart. He'll turn and fire that one the length of the ice for a clear.
About 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Dawson Sherino bustling in. Peyton Hart back across. He tried a pass, fired it too hard off the skates of Andrew Pulias. But you saw that Dawson Sherino toe drag as we're almost down to our last 10 seconds of 5-on-3. Kamilewski back across for Pulias. Chip pass for German. German across for Pulias. Down low. Back out to German. Face-off circle. A drive. Dakota Meyer there with the save right as time expired on the Logan Gallagher penalty. So we'll have 38 seconds of 5-on-4.
And I mean, you could almost watch Point just toying with Northland with their passes in that power play, that 5-on-3 right there. Just waiting for their opportunity to strike and just a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, you saw them close in. You saw them passing to each other and closing in like animals going in for the kill.
Yeah.
Engelbert with it. Passes that one into the slot for Bunting. He gets taken down.
Penalty
upcoming.
Penalty.
Penalty upcoming. It's going to be 2 minutes for tripping. Sam Holy can't believe it. and he is pleading his case with the referee.
And I mean, when a guy goes down like that from the back, and I think Bunting's kind of laughing at him a little bit, it's just not smart hockey.
It's not. I think that it's been at least 8 straight minutes of just penalties, hasn't it?
It's been a while since the Pointers have been 5-on-5 with Northland here, and it's just like you said, not smart hockey.
Well, it'll be Zach Hutchinson in the box, same as Sam Holy, and he is not happy about that call whatsoever. Pled his case to the referee the whole way through, falls on deaf ears, so it'll be back to 5-on-3 for now 20 seconds for the Pointers. Lumberjacks get their clear. Back for Dean. Dean up for Junker. Junker over the midway line, over the blue line. Face-off circle, wheels around with a lot of speed. Passes that one out for Owen Dean. 3 seconds left of 5-on-3. A Sean Bunting blast puts it just wide. That one kept in just barely. Zach Hutchinson out of the box. And we're back to 5-on-4. Engelbert, his pass, intercepted and cleared by the Lumberjacks. First time Proctor's had to come out of the net to play that one all night.
And, the frustrations on the bench for Northland. I mean,
yeah, you can hear him in front of us.
It is very, very loud.
Engelbert up for Sean Bunting into the corner. Back for Engelbert, turns and fires, and it's another clear for the Lumberjacks off of Brock Hart.
Minute left on the power play here for the Pointers. I mean, haven't capitalized, have a couple of shots on net, but just nothing getting past Dakota Meyer.
As Kemalevsky works his way into the Lumberjack zone, out for Peyton Hart at the blue line. Face-off circle, back across for Kemalevsky. Intercepted in the lane by Van Balen. Back for Kemalevsky, he blows a tire, and it's taken by Mac Reed. He turns and tries to fire that one out, kept in by Dawson Sherino. Back for German, Peyton Hart, across for Sherino, a drive. Dakota Meyer with the save. Andrew Pulias chips that one back out for Dawson Sherino, makes a man miss, face-off circle, takes it himself. He puts that one just wide. Josh German keeps it in at the line. 16 seconds to go on the power play. As there's going to be a penalty upcoming, they're going to say on Josh German, 2 minutes for tripping.
I mean, finally the Pointers go to the penalty box, but big opportunity here for Northland to maybe put one on the board here.
Well, it's the first penalty of the night for the Pointers, like you said. We had been wondering when it was about to happen. It'll be 12 seconds of 4-on-4. And then we'll head to a 5-on-4, the first opportunity of the night for the Lumberjacks. Well, if you're a referee right now in this building, you're not a very popular figure.
Definitely not.
Definitely not for this Lumberjacks team.
Yeah, definitely not. No, Pointers would still have enough time to go 5-on-5 here. 2:11 left in this period. Big opportunity here for Northland.
Face-off, won by the Pointers. Where is it? Laying on the ground was Quentin Hill. He comes up with it, tries to clear, kept in at the line by Weaver. Back down low for Hutchinson. Hutchinson back out to the line. That one will clear and go the length. Sam Holy will come out of the bench, out of the box and onto the bench for the Lumberjacks, and they'll start their rush. A little bit of a toe drag there from Mac Reed. Fires that one back across for Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson, toe drag, in over the line, takes it himself. Alex Proctor there on the rebound for another stoppage and play. What a move there from Nick Johnson.
Absolute beauty there for him. I mean, beautiful opportunity here. And I will give you a score update. I think my computer shut off here, but what a night it's been.
Oh, no.
But I will say, I think I just saw 6-4.
Oh, wow.
Eau Claire is beating River Falls. 26 seconds left in the second period there. What a game out in River Falls there.
It's 10 goals, and we still have a period to play as we have a face-off violation, and the head coach for Northland just lost his voice yelling at this linesman, I'm sure.
No doubt about that.
Face-off, won by the Pointers, kept in, and they're going to turn and fire that one the length of the ice. First clear of the night for them on their power play, penalty kill. It's the first penalty kill that we've seen all series against Northland.
No, looks like Benico Paul lost a glove there.
That one, a shot from Hutchinson, puts it way wide. And off the glass, Alex Proctor out of the net to challenge. Mac Reed back out for Nick Johnson. Back for Reed, takes a shot, and he puts it wide as well. Look for the tip in front from Hutchinson. Putting on the brakes, out for Reed. That one off the skates of Bennett Kopel, and they'll get another clear. Mac Reed, 49 seconds left on this power play. Out for Johnson as Nick Johnson is tripped and fired down, and it's going to be offsides. That's an involuntary offsides as, the Pointers just leveled Nick Johnson way over the blue line.
Not much you can do about that. Now, score update here, 61-55. Platteville is up, 6:46 left. Down in Platteville, and Kupsky getting a little bit of cheers from the Pointer faithful, grabbing his glove after the play. I mean, he lost it a while ago and found it again. 44 seconds left in the power play here for Northland.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Andrew Poulias shakes off a little bit of a Logan Gallagher hit there at the very end. And there's another clear as Kemelevsky comes in on the forecheck and really interferes with Valerie Neeb, and they'll get another clear. That's a great forecheck there from Kemelevsky.
Yeah, I mean, almost ran into Dakota Meyer doing it. Luckily didn't hit him enough to warrant a penalty.
Down to our last 30 seconds in this period. 14 left on the power plays. Valerie Neeb, a toe drag, got out of the way of one, threw his hands up like what is he supposed to do after the poke check. Logan Gallagher at the point. Drops that one back. 3 seconds left. Have to take a shot as Brock Hart leaves that one for Gallagher. So the Pointers finish with no shots on. As Gallagher's shot goes wide, Alex Proctor pins along his boards. Follow-up chance. Proctor is there waiting for it. Almost no chance for that one to go in.
I mean,
Ben Stewart
right behind the net.
He was laughing to himself about that one. I think he knew.
I mean, Proctor just had to sit there and
He was
take
just
it.
sitting there like, all right, go ahead and do it. I mean, with no angle shot with 2.2 seconds left, the Pointers did finish that penalty kill with not allowing a shot on goal. Ben Stewart in for the face-off draw. Won by the Pointers, and that's going to take us to the end of the second period. Stewart not happy on the face-off circle with one of the linesmen. His arguments, I'm sure, are going to fall on deaf ears. But it's a 5-0 ball game as we head into the second intermission of the night. 5-0 for the Pointers, overwhelmingly going Stevens Point's way.
Yeah, it's 33 shots on goal compared to 8 shots on goal. 7 total penalties for Northland in this game compared to 1 for the Pointers in face-offs. 27 won by the Pointers, 20 won by Northland. It's just all Pointers here in this game.
Sam Hawley going to go over and ask why it was a penalty, really pleading his case to the referees. I mean, I don't think he's going to get much of anything here tonight, but this Lumberjacks squad is just not enthused with the officiating crew here tonight at the level of officiating. You can hear it every time they come back to the bench using some very colorful language we're hoping does not get picked up here over, over the radio or the stream.
They're a little rowdy down below
A little
us.
rowdy is definitely a way to call that one, but we're going to head back into the intermission. Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point. If you're following along online, this stream is brought to you by Pointer Studios. period number 3 here in KB Willet Arena, as Matthias Smith will be back in net here tonight. His second appearance in as many games. A fan favorite here in KB Willet. My name is Liam Statz. Welcome back into the broadcast. I'm joined here in the booth by Brody Kupsky.
I mean, like you said, Liam, Matthias Smith back on the ice again. Second night in the row for him. Starting the third period here for the Pointers. Went perfect last night. Hopefully, knock on wood, he goes perfect tonight. And Alex Proctor only had to do 8 saves tonight. Perfect for him. Pointers up 5-0 after a couple.
A really interesting second period, you could say.
No doubt about that, Liam.
5 straight penalties for Northland.
That's a lot. That's insane.
That is a lot, as the Pointers did capitalize on 2 of them back-to-back power play goals. Their only goals scored in that second period, as we are back underway in Stevens Point. An interesting second period. I like the way that was set. I mean, 5 straight penalties. Until before that, it was 7 straight. As here comes Logan Gallagher in the face-off zone. First save made tonight by Matthias Smith. He knocks it away with the blocker. Mac Reed passes that one up the boards for Nick Johnson. Josh German will recover behind the net into the corner. And Josh German fires that one up. Brock Hart over for Bunting. Bunting looking for his 4th tonight. Toe drag release into the chest of Dakota Meyer. Our first stoppage here in this period at 19 minutes and 26 seconds.
And like you said, 4th goal of the night for Sean Bunting. 2 goals in the second period for him. First one assisted by Owen Dean and Quentin Hill, and second one assisted by Chris Engelbert to give tacos to fans and also to give him the hat trick. First career hat trick, like you said.
First career hat trick. It's a big one. It's the 5th goal of the night. It gets the fans tacos. Couldn't be more loved in this building right now.
No doubt about that, Liam.
Engelbert's shot is blocked into the corner, back out for the line. A nice poke check there from Evan Ilkos. Beats out the man with a lot of speed. Passes that one back towards the slot. Ben Stewart got tied up. He just wasn't able to get that one on the net.
We kind of see Alex Johnson out on the ice again. Haven't seen him too much tonight, but it's the extra forward. Not too much playing time.
Well, this is like the point in a basketball game where you start going to your bench players. As Christie in over the blue line with a lot of speed, face-off circle, backhands that one towards the net, fought off by Matthias Smith. I mean, we talked about Matthias Smith last night and in the pregame, but he's a guy who has battled a lot of adversity to get back to where he is now. He played very, very well as the part of a tandem with Alex Proctor in the 22-23 season.
Freshman season for both of them.
Yeah, their freshman campaign before Wagner while he was out with a hamstring injury. And then in the 23 offseason, unfortunately injured his leg, a very gnarly injury requiring him to miss most of that campaign. Actually, all of that campaign. It's his first time back on the ice last night since 2023.
5 saves in his appearance last night, so big night for him, big night tonight for him.
Big series. I'm just so happy to see him back. He's been a joy to watch back in that sophomore year. It's been a while ago. If you think about it, Brody, it was a while ago.
Definitely a guy that we kind of thought, ooh, big hit there by Kopel.
Kopel swings and misses at Sammy Lanfeary. Swing out of the way of that one. Could have had the opportunity to be a lot worse.
Oh, definitely. I mean, especially with all the hits we've seen tonight between both sides. Could be amping up.
Evan Junker takes a shot in. Nice save there from Dakota Meyer. German on the rebound. Back across for Junker. Another shot and deflection in front into the pads of Dakota Meyer. And we will get another stoppage in play at 17 minutes and 27 seconds. The score update.
Score updates are on the WIAC. Superior up 3-1 in the third period over Stout. Could be very dangerous for the Pointers here. Still 6-4 between Eau Claire and River Falls, and Pointers men's basketball down 78-69 with 5 seconds left. That's probably going to do it down in Platteville. Another ranked loss for the Pointers. Another WIAC loss for them too.
Joe Weber against Andrew Pulius. Weber loses the draw. Pulius back out to the line for Junker. Back across in front. Pulius follow-up chance. Dakota Meyer fights him off. Pulius takes a tumble. Meyer staying tall against the Pointers captain as he'll have another shot. Back into the slot. Kamilevsky face-off circle. Back out to the point. Evan Junker puts that one off the back wall. Klaus Yugi tries to get it back into the slot for Pulius, and he can't get it there. Pulius comes away. Bounce pass off the wall for German at the point. A drive and a blocker save for Meyer.
What a shot there from German. I mean, looking just below us, that was hard shot there.
Well, we saw that last night with that one-timer power play goal he had in the second period.
I mean, absolute beauty. I was sitting down taking photos, and I had to sit and admire it. It was so beautiful.
Sean Bunting intercepts Logan Gallagher, has 3 goals tonight. The hat trick is first of his career as a junior. Klaus Yogi takes a tumble behind the net, passes it still somehow in front of the net. What an effort there from Klaus Yogi.
I mean, if he had any pointer out in front, you best be sure that's probably going in the back of the net.
Would have been an assist of the century. Put it on a highlight reel. Instead, it trickles to nobody in particular as the Lumberjacks now starting their rush up the ice. Ben Stewart takes that in his own zone, looking to pass that one off. Drops it back for Christie. Pokes that one up and into the zone. The first one there is Evan Ilkos. Drops that one behind for Ben Stewart. Turns and fires that one towards the net. Intercepted. Stewart there for it as it's deflected up and out of play off the stick of Quinton Hill. And 15 minutes, 57 seconds left. Northland again drawing in front of this bench, just so upset with this game, frustrated with this series and with this season, really.
And I get it, you're frustrated. 8 shots on goal in this game. Really haven't seen any to Matthias Smith here. 37 shots on goal from the Pointers. And I mean, 7 penalties from Northland. I get the frustration. You just got to keep your cool here.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Putting on the moves is Ev Tomovsky. Bounces that one off the back wall behind the cage for Quinton Hill. Turns and fires that one out of the zone. Sean Bunting comes away with it. Steps out of the way of one head into the slot. Sean Bunting turns, fires. Dakota Meyer fights it off into the corner. And it will be cleared by Zach Hutchinson. Rock Nelson, the first one there, as Matthias Smith will put a glove on for another stoppage. Crowd likes that one at 15 minutes and 32 seconds left in this game.
And Bunting has taken the most shots out of the Pointers tonight. 10 shots alone from him. Next closest is Dawson Chirino with 9 shots from him.
Well, that's a 30% goal rate as of right now.
That's pretty good for, he's probably had more opportunities than anyone else here to net it.
Well, after those first 2 goals, I bet you the whole team is trying to get him and rally around him for that third one. He did get it in the second period, as we'll have an icing. Brock Hart, first one there. And it'll come all the way down the pointer end of the ice off to the left of Matthias Smith. We haven't seen Matthias Smith a lot, but I say that his mask is probably my favorite of the crowd.
I mean, got to be between him and Proctor. Both have beautiful masks. Nothing against Ryan McGuire, but I've seen Proctor's mask more than anything. And Matthias, I mean, just a beauty for him, who really doesn't get a chance when he needs to.
Well, I love the cage. He doesn't use the cat eye cage in front. He uses the typical checker pattern you might see in some place like the OHL. And he just has a beautiful pattern up there at top. O'Brien wheels around in behind Matthias Smith. He'll decide to take it himself. Passes that one up for Engelbert. His shot and pass, is blocked by Sam Hawley. Hawley, the field general, barking orders to his troops, telling them to pick up the man. As Hawley, first one there, chips it around. Taken by Owen Dean. Left for Dawson Chirino. Can't control that one. On the stick of Mac Reed. Mac Reed's pass up for Gallagher. Blocked in front. Chips it up. Gallagher tripped up almost a little bit as Treader runs into Evan Junker. It's a 2-on-1. Gallagher tries to chip that one past Owen Dean, and he just can't do so.
Almost make it a 3-on-1 with Treader there. And Tia Smith with a good save.
Evan Junker wheels around behind the cage, puts on the brakes. Pointers will get started. They'll go for a change. Joe Weber, the only one in for the Northland Lumberjacks.
Smith looked like he's shaking his hand a little bit. Must have pinched it or something.
They did have a little bit of a tumble as Peyton Hart works his way on toe drag. Backhand shot. Dakota Meyer fights it off. And Alec Comedy misses on the follow-up chance. Peyton Hart a chip past the face-off circle. Josh Sherman into the slot. Back out to the point for Evan Junker. Junker passes that one off the boards for Peyton Hart, collects it behind the net, passes that one up for Kopel, nobody there. Alec Comedy in the slot, back out for Junker at the point for German. Settles things down. German surveying his options. Back for Hominy, face-off circle, turns, fires, chance in front. Oh my goodness! It went off one of the Lumberjacks, off another Lumberjack, but Dakota Meyer stays tall and makes that save.
Shields.
Wow!
I mean, off his stick and right, almost 5-hole on Dakota Meyer.
It was like a pinball machine.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Great save there by Dakota Meyer. He's had a couple of great saves that you wonder how those almost go in. And just somehow.
39 shots on goal, and there's only 5 goals. So he's made 34 saves tonight for the Northland Lumberjacks.
That is insane. Insane, Liam.
He has denied the likes of Dawson Sherino, and for that, he has done an amazing job here tonight. Christie can't keep that one on his stick. Alex Johnson there on the forecheck, battling for it. Puts on the brakes, wheels around. Klaus Yogi ties up Ben Stewart at center ice. And two tumble on into the neutral zone. Taylor, first one there for the Lumberjacks, wheels that one around. That one will escape the zone all the way down. Icing will be waved off. Aiden Mosier takes it in his own zone, gains a lot of speed, passes that one up for Johnson. Johnson passes that one to the slot. Aiden Mosier tied up with Mac Reed behind the net for Klaus Yogi. Mac Reed with it now. Has Zach Hutchinson streaking into the slot for Hutchinson. Back across, just wide, back into the corner, nobody there. Where's the puck? Back into the corner. Klaus Yogi there for it for Aiden Mosier. Off for Ev Tomovsky. Ev Tomovsky, chip pass up for Kemelevsky. Kemelevsky left that one for Yogi, but a steal by Zach Hutchinson. Hutchinson fires that one in. Nice easy blocker save for Matthias Smith to make. So here's a shot from the point. Rockets it wide. It was off of Brock Hart. That'll escape all the way down for Sam Holy in his own zone. Chips that one up for Brock Hart and dumps it into the corner. Aiden Mosier behind the net. He gets tied up and taken down. Oh, for Brock Hart into the near boards. It'll finally escape the zone. Klaus Yogi goes for a change. Hunter Nelson works his way in, out to the point, onto the stick of Sam Holy, the captain. He'll take a drive. It'll go way wide. Alex Johnson there on the back check, goes for the change. Chance out in front now, back into the slot. Nobody there for Northland. And here come the Pointers 2-on-2. On the stick of Quinton Hill. Quinton Hill puts on the brakes, face-off circle, cross-ice pass. Has Bennett Kupulshan bunting, his shot. A nice save there from Dakota Meyer.
So, score updates, Liam, 7-4
Oh my
players
gosh.
over River Falls. Still 14:50 left in the period there in point. Men's basketball, 78-69, lost down in Platteville. That's really going to hurt their standing.
It'll be a
in the
season
WIAC.
sweep of Platteville over Point.
Kind of the opposite we saw last year. Point swept them in the regular season last year somehow.
Sean Bunting, a shot off the draw. His shot deflected up and out of play. Back to the score update.
I mean, we got to see how many shots Bunting has now. 12 shots from him tonight alone. I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful there. 41 shots on goal for the Pointers tonight. 10 shots on goal from Northland.
Face-off won by the Pointers. Out for Joe Manning at the point. He'll bounce that one off the corner. Got caught up in the skates of one of the referees. And it'll be taken by Sammy Lamphere. He'll try to clear, tied up. Quinton Hill gets crunched into the boards, fighting with Rubin. Joseph Manning knocks it down into the slot. Quinton Hill there as well. But Sammy Lamphere will take it for the Lumberjacks. And over the blue line, drops it back towards the slot. O'Brien knocks it away to the corner. He'll spin out of the way of one hit. Back across, a chance in front. And Taylor can't keep it on his stick. That one flipped up and out. Joe Manning, a streaking Joe Manning, and with Colangelo, but they can't control it. Kristen Shields with it now. Across for Taylor. Tries to pass that one up and over for Van Balen. Evan Junker, and the Pointers go for a change. Evan Junker with a lot of speed. Wheels around his man. Might take a shot here. Still wheeling around. Face-off circle. Point back across. Took a full lap of the zone, and his pass gets blocked.
I mean, that's just something Evan Junker just loves doing. A lot of speed on him for a big man.
Joe Weber finishing his check on Josh German as both teams collide in the corner. There's a shot by Christian Shields. That'll hit a man in front. Looked like it was Alex Johnson as he comes away with it. Leaves that one off for himself. Trips over himself. And him and Shields go tumbling down to the ice. Alex Johnson across for Mosier. Mosier settling it on his stick. No angle shot fought off by Dakota Meyer. Back over for Engelbert. Over for Johnson. Back for Engelbert. A drive. It's a block shot in front. Where's the puck? Christie will pay the price. That one hurt for sure.
Ow. I mean, that was just a hard shot there from Pointer. And whoa.
Aiden Mosier gets taken down. That's going to be a penalty on Northland for sure. A little bit of too much contact. They're going to say Logan Gallagher.
Logan Gallagher's sitting here complaining. I mean, it's a horse collar tackle.
It's a horse. That's not even legal in football.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect, man? That's just a tough tackle there, and a third penalty of the night for him, I think.
Well, yes, you are correct. Third penalty of the night for him. Fourth so far in this series as he'll head to the bench. We'll have a media timeout. It'll be another power play for the Pointers. And we'll have a score update from Menominee.
Still 3-1 Yellow Jackets up 2:15 left out in Menominee, and that I would say maybe could do it. Never know with Stout. They seem to make it a close game. It's still 7-4 between Eau Claire and River Falls. 13:21 left in that game, and I'm curious as to see who is in net for the Blue Golds, and it looks like Max Guchar, after sitting out the night last night, gets to start here. And,
well, it's a shootout for both teams, 7-4. That's crazy.
And we're seeing two goalies here for the Falcons. Brendan Boynton started the game 6 goals led up and out of 16 shots, and I believe that is Nolan Lacoste getting backup duty here, filling in relief.
Well, we saw that in that second Pointers game. That one they won when they split the series against River Falls. We saw Brendan Boynton start, lets up a couple of goals. Lacoste comes in as relief, still lets up a couple more.
And I'm surprised we don't see it here tonight for I was almost going to say River Falls, Northland.
Jude Ailing, the goaltender from London, the freshman, still looking for his first collegiate start, as it'll be a 2-on-1 the other way. In over the line, Hagley fakes the pass off. Great defense there from Josh German, the poke check. And they've got Reed in line. As Reed loses control of the puck, Sherino got back on defense. They had a 2-on-1, and they just didn't even get a shot off.
I mean, almost could have had a trip in there too, but luckily avoiding the tripping call and poked away again.
Josh German poked away, so they'll have to recover in center ice. That one dumped in by Kemalevsky. Sherino and Hart will give chase. Payton Hart and Sherino pin their man along the board. Chance in front, Kemalevsky. That'll go off the light bulb up top and out of play. 1 minute and 16 seconds left here on the power play. 9 minutes and 13 seconds left here in this game. It's 5-0. Just a reminder, you are listening to WWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics. If you're following along online, this stream is brought to you by Pointer Studios.
Pointers on the night 2 for 8 on the power play. Looking to make it 3 for 9, hopefully.
Face-off won by the Lumberjacks, and they'll try to clear Van Balen. Knocked down to the ice by Owen Dean. That'll escape down behind the net. Taylor will elect just to pin it along the boards as both teams battling for it. Right off to the left of Dakota Meyer. It finally comes free to the corner. Owen Dean there for it. Evan Junker collects it in his skates, and he lets up the breakaway. And is Van Balen doing battle with Evan Junker. He gets taken down to the ice. Surprised that wasn't a penalty.
I mean, both fighting for that puck, and I would get the frustrations of Northland if that's not a penalty, but still, good penalty kill here for them.
30 seconds left on this power play for the Pointers. Owen Dean out for Junker at the point. Engelbert back across for Dean. Dean down low in front. Sean Bunting was looking for that 4th one of the night. He put it just wide. Chris Engelbert face-off circle down low for Bunting. Chance in front. Pass across. Defended across by Quentin Hill. Into the slot. Spins away his man Joe Weaver as both him and Evan Junker collide in center ice. And that's going to do it pretty much for this power play. Maybe one more rush. Joe Manning knocks that one down. 3 seconds left. It's going to do it. Logan Gallagher will come out of the box. Quentin Hill streaking across, tried to hit a streaking Klaus Yogi. He just wasn't able to get there. O'Brien, long pass for a Hill. Chip pass up for Joe Manning. Joe Manning face-off circle, wheels around, back in front, dumps that one off the boards to himself. O'Brien keeps that one in the zone. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left here in period number 3. Sam Holy, the captain, will roof that one off the speaker, and it'll come tumbling down to the ice for another stoppage. 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in period number 3.
And I would say that'll do it in Menominee 4-1 lead with 10 seconds left for Superior, and they'll get the win the weekend. I might have swept them this season. Don't know about that, but it's a big win for them.
As of now, they will retain their number 1 spot as that shot through traffic deflects just wide. As of now, Superior will retain that number 1 spot no matter the outcome of this game. They'll have the lead on the WIAC by just 3 points. A good move there by Klaus Yogi. Nice little toe drag as here comes Ben Stewart over the blue line. Ben Stewart wheels around, takes a shot. It deflects off the stick of Hunter O'Brien. Matthias Smith seen enough as it came off the back wall. He'll put on the brakes and another stoppage at 7 minutes and 6 seconds.
Pointers on the night, 42 shots on goal, 10 for Northland. Pointers really winning the faceoffs too, 37-23. I mean, stark contrast between both sides, and I mean, really shots all night. 72 shots from the Pointers, 20 from Northland alone. Just a lot of offensive opportunity for the Pointers here tonight.
Well, Alex Proctor has a quiet night, too quiet in fact. They put in Matthias Smith in relief. It's kind of like bringing in the closer.
I mean, I would say bringing in a closer, just a reliever that maybe hasn't get that much pitching opportunities, but here we see Matthias Smith getting another opportunity for the second night in a row.
Peyton Hart battling for it right in front of the Northland bench. Comes free out for mid-ice. Evtomowski chips that one in down low behind the cage. Faking the pass was Nolan Christie. Passes that one up for Brock Hart. And here come the Lumberjacks. Brett Hart. Brock Hart. Well, Brett, the hitman Hart, hasn't played hockey his whole life, but he is Canadian, so who knows?
High sticking call, I think, right here.
They are going to say high sticking. It will be on point. You called it, partner.
And I mean, Bennett Colpo with the high sticking. I didn't really see it.
Must have been behind the play.
Yeah, it must have been, but enough to warrant a penalty here. Second penalty of the night for the Pointers.
Yep.
And really going to be a stark contrast here. 8 penalties for Northland, 2 for Point. And Pointers, I mean, 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. So
last Pointer penalty came in the second period. Josh Sherman, 2 minutes for tripping in the dying minutes of that period. And it'll be another opportunity as Mac Reed. Chance across. He just couldn't get it on his stick was Joe Weber. Would have been a great opportunity. Back out to the point for Mac Reed. Mac Reed across the ice for Johnson. Back down low, Ilkos, and they fire it into the corner. Good penalty kill there for the Pointers. Back up for Reed at the point. Down low for Johnson. Back over for Reed. Reed across for Ilkos. He just couldn't get that one off his stick. Would have been a great shot there if he got it in, as that shot fought off by Matthias Smith into the corner. Evan Junker collects that one behind. They'll try to clear. Kept in at the point by Nick Johnson. Out for Ilkos. Down low for Reed. Back at the point. Cross. Nice pass. Takes a shot off the post.
Ooh.
He rung iron as that follow-up chance. Where's the puck? It's laying down. And that one comes in, hits Dyson German on the player bench. You heard that one ring iron. It was by number 23, Joe Weber. Comes within inches of ruining that goose egg on the scoreboard.
Mere inches from the back of the net and getting past Matthias Smith. Very, very close. And right off the bench there for Sean Bunn tried to clear it and just could not clear it good enough.
Yeah, hit Dyson German in front of us here on the Lumberjacks bench. Had some colorful words about that as the Pointers will get their first clear of the power play. 50 seconds left. 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in this period. Dropped back for Hart. Gets caught up with the referee. And here comes Logan Gallagher. He'll spin out of the way of a hit. Could have been a lot more dangerous as Ben Stewart with a lot of speed. Wheels in face-off circle. Wheels back around. He gets checked from behind. He'll lose control. Comes out to the blue line. Hart keeps that one in. Pushes that towards the slot. The Pointers recover, and it'll be another clear by Hunter O'Brien. Hart, for Brock Hart that is, for Northland. Puts on the brakes, 13 seconds left. I think that's going to do it unless they get one more rush. Brock Hart stretch pass up for Christie. They're going to dump this one in, go for a change. That's going to do it for the power play. So they go 0 for 2 tonight, and they're not able to get that one on. They had a couple of good chances. It's the best they've looked all night offensively. And Joe Weber came within just inches of putting one on the board for Northland. Van Balen chips that one up and out of the zone. Knocked down by his teammate George Hagley. He'll dump that one in. Lumberjacks with a lot of speed now. Sammy Lamphere up for Christian Shields, but here come the Pointers. Nico Kamilevsky, long pass, trying to find Klaus Yogi. No icing, it'll be waved off. Over for Alex Johnson. Johnson back down low for Klaus Yogi. Tried to pass it in the slot for Kamilevsky. He'll take a seat, and here come the Lumberjacks. They'll finally get it clear as Hagley jumps that one up off the glass. Ethan Rubin in over the blue line, makes a man miss, cuts inside, takes a shot, fought off by Matthias Smith. A chance in front now. Where's the puck? It's laying on ground. Matthias Smith knocks that one out of the air, and he puts a stop to that one.
I mean, very close opportunities there for Northland. almost put it in the back of the net. Tia Smith having that beautiful eyesight there and getting his glove on that and breathing a sigh of relief. That was very, very close there for Northland.
Tia Smith has become a wizard in this final period, facing a flurry of shots here in the dying minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this period. He stays tall and keeps it out of the back of the net. Face-off violation, they're going to say, on Joe Weber. Northland doesn't like that one. And they're going to throw Mitch Taylor in for that one, I think. As Logan Gallagher wheels around face-off circle. Chance in front, goes wide. Tried to tip in front. Nobody there for it. Into the corner now. That one chipped up and out. Here come the pointers. 1-on-1. Bennett Kopel. Now 2-on-1. Across for Hart. Bennett Kopel takes it himself. His shot is blocked by Trey Taylor. Follow-up chance. That one goes to the national championship banners. And we'll get another stoppage in play at 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
Third place banner there, but yeah, really good opportunity there for Bennett Kopel to get something, and almost had a chance there. And he had a Peyton Hart wide open, but decided to take it himself. And yeah, with 3:09 left here for the Pointers, I mean, just try to keep this lead safe, keep the shutout, hopefully knock on wood here, but Pointers doing everything they can.
Cross at the point, Evan Junker, you jinxed it there. Brock Hart was in. Matthias Smith remains tall. I was so certain you just jinxed it,
I
Brody.
thought it too, don't worry.
Oh my gosh. As Christie takes a shot from the point, Brock Hart got free, no traffic in front of him. Matthias Smith, a loud pad save. In that moment, all I could think about was the jinx. Oh my gosh. Ugh. The announcer's jinx, we've heard it here.
Oh, too many times.
Too
many times.
The most recent comment about last week, Jacob Spoerl, who's doing a great job on computer tonight, he said, until somebody makes a mistake, and then instantly the Pointers made a mistake.
I'm not even going to say it, Jacob, man. That was a very loud, a loud mistake on his part for jinxing it. But for doing this for 3 years, Liam, I mean, I've definitely not been out of the realm of getting the announcer jinx. It's definitely happened too many times.
It happens to everybody at least once. It's got to. It's the law of the trade. As that one fired up and out of the zone by Alex Johnson, seeing some increased minutes here in the final minutes. Zach Hutchinson, he'll get pinned along the boards by Joe Manning, and Dyson German will come in relief. That one comes free behind the cage for O'Brien, chips that one out, intercepted before it can leave the zone by Valerie Neeb, and here comes O'Brien. Finally gets that one to clear. Alex Johnson keeps that one, kicks it off to himself, skates around, might pass it in front, still on Alex Johnson's stick, passes that one out to the point, over for Johnson. Into his pads, where's the puck? Fires that one into the slot. Joe Manning, golden opportunity, and he just can't get it on his stick.
Yeah, just try to pass it away. And I will say I like what Point's doing tonight. A lot of young lines right here. I mean, you got Klaus Yagi and Owen Dean, Bennett Kopel. I mean, a young defense core here. Just nice to see all these guys try to get some playing time here.
As Kopel will pass that one up for Moser, turns it over in front, takes a shot. Matthias Smith there once again, and it goes wide into the corner. Rubin for Northland passes that one up for Lamphere, kept in at the line by Alec Hamady. Passes that one back for Ev Tomovsky. Back down low behind the cage. Bennett Kopel there to assist Peyton Hart. Back across for Hamady. Turns and skates into the face-off circle. 1 minute remaining here in the game. Bennett Kopel, he'll get knocked off by Sammy Lamphere. Alec Hamady wheels around. At the point, puts on the brakes. Rubin throws a check, tries to keep it in play. Bennett Kopel behind the net, puts on the brakes, knocked away by Trey Taylor. Taylor fires that one, that'll escape the zone. Matthias Smith's going to have to put a glove on, and does. And we'll have a stoppage in play at 35 seconds. 35.4 seconds left in period number 3. The Pointers 35 seconds away from another series sweep here in the WIAC.
Yeah, it could have been very dangerous there with Luke Van Balen streaking down the ice, but still 7-4 Eau Claire out in River Falls. 8:02 left in the third period there. It could be a win for Eau Claire, but knowing this game, it could be anybody. And it's anybody's game there.
Another face-off violation, they're going to say, on Joe Weber. Northland not happy with that one, as Hart will take it at the point. Mac Reed fought off by Matthias Smith. Follow-up chance goes wide to the point. Another chance in front. Where's the puck? It's loose in the crease. And Quinton Hill will come away with it for the Pointers. Nico Colangelo battling for it at the blue line as Bunting gets stood up. 3 goals tonight for him. Josh German, blue line, across for Nick Johnson. He gets taken down. And here comes Evan Junkers. Nick Johnson, you can tell that one hurt. It's 2-on-1 the other way. Evan Junker back across. Oh, Josh German missed. He whiffed on the shot, swing and a miss, and that's how this game's going to end.
I'm sure that is hurting him right now. And but Pointers keep the shutout here. 5-0 win for them. And
a combined shutout between Alex Proctor and Matthias Smith. Alex Proctor plays 2 full. Matthias Smith comes in for a really chaotic third period. Proctor made 8 saves, and in 1 period, Smith made 7. So I think that goes to show what the rest of this game was like.
And it really just what we could see out of the 2 in the next year or so could be a huge opportunity for the Pointers. But really, I mean, what an effort this weekend by all 3 goalies of the Pointers. Just a beautiful, beautiful night for Pointers hockey.
Ryan McGuire does pick up the win last night, 8-2 that final. Tonight, Alex Proctor and Matthias Smith both combined for the shutout. Alex Proctor will pick up the win as the Pointers will move to 17-5-1, whereas Northland will drop to 1-22-0. Still waiting for their first WIAC win in almost 2 years. They'll have one last chance to do so next week against River Falls. Looking at the standings as a result of tonight's game, Superior will stay in first place at 31 points, but Stevens Point only 3 points behind at 28. River Falls was in third, but after tonight's loss, they will drop back down to fourth. Eau Claire will move into third at 20. I think that's 22.
22 points. Serves correctly, and they're still up 7-4 with 5:45 left in the third period. So it's probably gonna be a Eau Claire victory. Well, you never know.
You know, with 3 goals left coming into this low in the third, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say possibly. But Stout, after tonight's loss, will stay at 16 points, and they'll stay in fifth. Northland still looking for the first WIAC win, so they're in last at 0 points. Looking at some final scores from around the WIAC, like we said, Point wins tonight 5-0. River Falls and Eau Claire still battling it out with 5 minutes left, like you said, partner, 7-4 in that one. And then the final from Menominee, 4-1. The Superior Yellow Jackets will escape with that one. Some final stats before we head back into the intermission tonight. Shots on goal, 42 by the Pointers, 15 by Northland. I think that might have been outclassed a little bit.
A little. Two little shots for Northland. I mean, both goalies tonight, Proctor and Matthias Smith, both almost had the same amount of saves. And Matthias had less playing time than Alex did.
Only 20 minutes of playing time, and he still makes the same amount of saves. In terms of penalties, overwhelmingly skewed against Northland. They were called for 8 tonight. The Pointers capitalized on 2 of them.
5 straight penalties called on them in that second period. Just a wild turn of events, but Pointers won 40 faceoffs compared to 27 won by Northland. So just
coming into the third, you said that it was very, very even, but I think that it might have picked up the way of the Pointers. Although Northland, to their credit, they do have a really good tendency of getting in the shooting lanes, blocking the shots, 14 block shots compared to Northland's just 7. Your 3 stars from tonight, partner.
I would say, already Sean Bunting. Sean Bunting, 100%. That man deserves all credit with how many shots. Total tonight for him, shots was about 14. 14 shots, 3 goals. He was close to at least 4. It's just a great effort from him tonight, especially for a junior. It kind of makes you excited for next year with him, what he could do probably as a leader of this team.
Second start of the night, I'm going to say a combo between Alex Proctor and Matthias Smith for the combined shutout that they have. Another shutout goes into the books of Alex Proctor, and Matthias Smith has yet to have a loss on his record. He currently stands at 3-0-1. I think our third start tonight, I don't think you'll disagree with me, Alex Johnson, for getting his first collegiate start, putting in some quality minutes.
Yeah, definitely for him. It's just getting on the ice and getting more and more experience. I mean, this is just a start for him. Could be a huge career for the rest of his career, hopefully. And,
Hopefully, yeah.
Either that or just the seniors. I mean, it's senior night here in Stevens Point, and unfortunately we couldn't have 3 of the seniors, but they still made an appearance somehow tonight. And but for the seniors tonight, I mean, Peyton Hart had a goal, and I believe Andrew Pulias 8 shots tonight for him, and Dawson Trino had an assist tonight. Just a big night all around for the seniors, and hopefully hope for the best of them next week and into playoffs. Just a wonderful group of guys to play with.
Yeah, Peyton Hart, his last regular season game here in the WAC, his first season as a Pointer, as he'll take pictures out on the ice, as reminiscing about playing in the Willet. You know, he said a ton of times as we've gotten the pleasure to talk to him over the years that it's always been a dream to play in KB Willet. Even when he was playing on Stout, he said it's one of his favorite environments. So he'll be missed for sure. But like we said, the final score here tonight, 5-0. The Pointers will head into Superior next weekend into Westman Arena in a series that will determine the regular season champion and who will get the number 1 seed. That's all from us here tonight. My name is Liam Statz. I was joined here in the booth by Brody, Kupsky, Jacob Spoerl on computer, Raegan, VanWagner, and Lexi Hall combining for a camera operator.
Yeah, it's like a shutout effort between Proctor and Smith.
Another tandem effort here tonight. And back at the station, Matthew Hafer and the tech. From all of us here at KB Willet, we're saying goodnight, everybody, and throwing it back to the studio for more music. Just a reminder, you are listening to UWSP Stevens Point, the student voice of Pointer Athletics. And if you followed along online, this stream was brought to you by Pointer Studios.